Hello everyone, it's time for the Caribbean Premier League again. The Jamaica Tallawahs take on the Guyana Amazon Warriors, two teams who are coming off a win apiece. Listen on to find out what Shruti's cards predict and what my cricket analysis says. Shruti, how is it going for you?
Hey Suneer, it's going well. The CPL is turning out to be quite exciting, in fact. Don't you think this will be an important one?
Yes, this game gives one of the teams a chance to become the first in the competition to notch up their third victory in as many games, with both Guyana and Jamaica going in with two wins from two matches apiece. Teams still have a good seven odd matches more to play, so some way off from the business end of the competition. But based on what's happened in the previous seasons of the CPL, one is probably looking at five wins in the league stage to seal off their playoffs berth. Three wins in three matches here, which would happen if one of the teams win, allows that team some leeway if their wheels were to fall off in the middle of the tournament, which could happen sometimes, as we've seen in other leagues as well.
Guyana have come up as a surprise to me, but are you surprised with their performances as well?
Well, frankly, I don't know what to expect from them. In fact, I didn't know what to expect from them at the start of the tournament. But I must say that their performances have been based on some excellent teamwork rather than just the brilliance of one or two players, which usually happens as well in tournaments like these. In both games that they have played, their opponents were restricted to 160-ish scores that took them till the last over to clinch the win. So they were hard-fought wins. But again, the batsmen and bowlers have all chipped in with some sterling efforts to guide them to this kind of a start.
Who will be your Guyana players to watch out for?
Dwayne Smith, Martin Gupta, and Chris Lynn in that top three might not be the biggest names if we were to draw up a list of players tailor-made for this format of the game. But they are the kinds who can each explode on their given day. Smith and Lynn have already scored a 50 apiece, so probably it's Gupta's chance right now, Shruti. And Shruti, I know that Guyana weren't one of your top three favorites, or if I'm not wrong, they still aren't one of your top three favorites. But they did beat a strong Trinbago Knight Riders at home. How do you see them go against Jamaica?
Well, they don't seem to begin in the most ideal fashion, but they show some serious potential to work their way into this game and, in fact, even attack at the right moments. I actually feel more confident with their bowling, which is a big plus considering they'll be up against the mighty Chris Gale. On the other hand, the batsmen will need to pace themselves better. It just won't be so easy, but Guyana is certainly ready to compete. Now let's move on to the Jamaica Tallawahs.
Oh, yes, actually, Shruti. But this time, why don't you tell us first what the cards say about the Jamaica team as well? Will they find themselves being dependent on Gale? And as you said, the bowling of Guyana would test the Jamaicans. So how does that all fall into place?
Okay, then I'll oblige and I'll go first. To answer your question, the dependency on Gale will remain, and this isn't looking like an easy game for both sides, but more so for Gale, as his responsibility will be quite high. As a captain, he will have to watch out for his team. There are chances that they could collapse under pressure. And Sunir, this is not specific to their batting, but just their overall playing style.
Oh, collapse under pressure, Shruti. You're making the Jamaican fans quite nervous there. Why would such a situation even arise?
Okay, now I don't wish to make anyone nervous, but to ease worries and to answer your question, I don't see a glaring issue with their batting or their bowling. Plus, they have some good plans in place. But I do think that as Guyana comes hard at them, they could falter and all their strategies could actually go out the window. So that's what could happen. Now, how are the Jamaica Tallawahs looking for you?
As opposed to what you said, I would say on paper, Jamaica have one of the strongest batting lineups in the competition. They have Chris Gale, as you mentioned. There's Kumar Sangakkara, who's still finding his form, finding his feet in the tournament. Shakib Al Hasan and Andre Russell to give them that boost towards the end of the batting. But it's a bowling that could be a bit of a suspect for me. Probably a bit harsh coming from me at this stage of the tournament, just been two games, as we know. And they won both the games away from home. But let's just say that they might need to depend a lot more on their batsmen, the likes of Gale and Russell, than some of the other teams in the competition.
Well, they did defend 153 in their first game against the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots, though before needing a Gale century next match.
Exactly, as I said, probably a little harsh of me to say that the bowling is not really as good, but I was comparing it with the batting lineup that they have, and it was heartening to see Dale Steyn bowl well in that game. He will go down in the history of cricket as one of the bowling greats. But as far as his recent T20 credentials are concerned, there have been some question marks hanging over them. However, given how the pitch is at the stadium at Providence is expected to play, potentially a tough one to bat on, might be a little slow to face as well. We might have to look at the Jamaica spinners to do the damage for them instead.
Well, interesting one that, the pitch. Why do you think it will help the spinners more than the seamers?
Well, this will be our first look at the Providence surface in Guyana in the CPL. But we all know what happened in the three ODIs that were played here in June between in that tri-series between Australia, South Africa, and West Indies. The highest score over 6 innings was a mere 191, and the batting was generally not the easiest of tasks on that low and slow pitch. And if that's how the pitch remains for this game as well, I'm expecting the Guyana spinners to pip the Jamaican batsmen in this game, Shruti.
Oh, so you're going with Guyana to win this game?
Yes, I think I'll go with Guyana to beat Jamaica. What about you, Shruti? You are with me on this, or are you predicting a Jamaican win?
Well, it was a tough one for me as usual, but I'm going with the team that has the potential to fight back. So guess what? I am agreeing with you. It's Terror Advantage, the Guyana Amazon Warriors.
Well, wow, we are on the same side of the fence today. But that's it for today. We'll be back previewing and predicting another CPL game very soon. Till then, do subscribe to our podcast. If you want to follow us on Twitter, it's Taro to follow Shruti, and Suneer Chowdhary if you want to follow me. Bye for now.